And how is the market opening this morning?
The market has traded sideways largely for the week. We think it's going to continue that way this morning. There seems to be some kind of tepid opening to it, but we think we're just going to watch quietly and observe the events. What
will be the stocks to watch this morning, you think?
Well, we think insurance may also continue its trend from yesterday. There have been quite some positive movements in that sector. The banks remain tepid. There isn't any significant near-term drivers on that front. Food and beverage will also probably remain quiet, with exception of maybe one or two few stocks moving in that sector.
And you heard the news there from Royal Dutch Shell opening up production from its major new oil and gas plant. What are the hopes here with this new plant that it might stimulate private investment?
Yeah, particularly the Baranubia plant essentially is one that has obviously been anticipated widely, and it's expected to inject quite a significant amount of gas volumes into the Nigerian market. The expectation is that it's going to boost two things. One is the export volumes from Nigeria's LNG terminals off the coast of Nigeria, and as well to provide the much needed gas to fire the independent power plants that are being constructed by government across the country. It is a positive development, particularly considering the fact that the presidency has set in motion this target of having all power stations privatized by June of next year. Essentially, the quick wins for the government is to provide power driven by gas-fired turbines. Therefore, this plant coming on stream is a pretty piece of positive development.
And another story that's fascinating us down here in Johannesburg is this cell phone war that's going on. And we're seeing in the news here that Bharti Airtel plans to spend $600 million on the market over the next few years.
Yeah, that's another very piece of interesting development. Interestingly, the company that has just recently been acquired by Bharti Airtel, Zen Nigeria, has undergone several such acquisitions. The reason for Zen having pulled out of its acquisition of Celtel has been adduced to primarily to a failure to make positive returns in the few years that they've been in operations. They are divesting that investment, and Bharti Airtel has obviously acquired it. Bharti has a track record of being able to squeeze out margins from the low-cost segment of the market, given their location or operational base in India, where they have largely focused on the very low end of the retail market. The expectation is that they will drive probably some kind of price war with the existing operators in the market, focus largely on delivering value added services, primarily to the more rural and less densely populated areas of the country. That strategy is yet to work out, and we are a bit curious to see how that's going to play out. However, I think the $600 million capital investment program for the next 3 years is obviously positive development. It signifies some significant FDI, which obviously would impact the country's GDP. Telecoms has gone from near zero contributions to GDP to somewhere between 5% and 6%. That has been pretty positive. Obviously, the added value to the whole value chain of the telecom sector would obviously benefit from that kind of investment.